Lead journeys. Okay, so this is one thing we discovered. People are not ready to jump into a full mortgage application. Instead, they just want a no commitment answers to how much can I save if I refinance? How much can I afford to buy? These are very simple questions people are asking themselves. They're not ready to jump into a full mortgage app with docs and their T4s attached to it. So, what do? Well, they Google it. They Google that information, and guess what they find? Banks, other mortgage brokers. And when people visit these websites, they get tagged. There are cookies that gets embedded on their computers, on their browsers. And then every time they're on Facebook, guess what they see? They see those ads. There are companies that specialize in generating leads. They market on Google, they do Google ads, and then they sell those leads. And every year cost is going up, quality is down. They make false promises sometimes. Not everyone, but I've seen it where they promise rates, but then they send you the lead and customers like, what's going on? I was asking for rates, not to speak to somebody. And worse, they own the customer journey, they own that brand. You become dependent on purchasing leads. What are the issues of buying leads? Well, it's expensive. It's not cheap. Low conversion, maybe 2% if you're lucky. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of your time. And good leads go fast. So if there's a system in place that auctions these leads, guess what? The good ones go super, super fast. So what if I were to tell you that we've built a feature where you can develop an interactive journey? It's branded to you, fully customized, gives your prospect instant results. It's not just, hey, I'm going to call you back. It's actually giving them full results. It's verified leads. Contact information is verified. You get instantly alerted because, as you know, the first 5 minutes of receiving the lead is the most important. After that, response rate drops 10x, 10 times, and there's a clear tracking. So, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we released lead journeys. So the first one we released, it was the hot topic, of course. It was called Refinance, and I demoed that, and it's incredible. It's getting a lot of good feedback. But today, I'd like to introduce you a new one, the PreQ. This gives prospects the ability to get pre-qualified with your tool online, web browser, desktop. It's branded to you, and they get instant result, and you get instant verified lead coming to you. So the way it works is straightforward. People have questions, you send them links, you have it on your website, you have it in your business card, you have it in your email signature. Get pre-qualified, they click on it, they land on this landing page. They get pre-qualified, and then the lead automatically goes to your email, goes to your mobile phone, goes into your CRM. And now it's up to you to call back this client and convert this lead into a deal and close it. Cool? This is your web admin dashboard. This is where you can customize, generate these links, and you can manage them. It's admin.bandigi.com, and you're going to see a QR code there because you're going to use your mobile app to log in. Under settings, web login, you'll have a little camera window, and all you do is just scan the QR code and get it into your web admin. It doesn't matter what subscription level you have, whether it's the free version, the pro version, the pro plus, or the base version, it doesn't matter. You have access to this admin dashboard as long as you have an account on the mobile app. There we go. I'm in. I have my contacts, my leads, tools, scenarios, reports, partners, website widgets that I can plant on various domains. Financing sheet, this is the property financing sheet generated that we presented a while back. And we have something called lead journeys. Lead journeys, every link you see here is a campaign. So I'll create a new campaign here. And this one, we're going to call it Win-Win Wednesday. All right, so this is where it starts. You can see immediately I have a URL for this campaign. Let's go to this URL and see it. There are two options here. Can refinancing lower my payment? That's the one we showed a couple of weeks ago. The new one is how much can I afford? And you'll see that previously we didn't even have this whole screen. This is a landing page that you can actually customize. So you can change all this text. And the way you can do this is inside the admin dashboard, right below here, you'll see that I have a view of it already, preview. Hey team, check out the new lead journey. I can match this exactly to my marketing campaign. If I'm posting this on Facebook, I can match the text to this exact. I can further customize it to a specific group of people. Say you're working with a specific company. So when they land here, they feel personalized, they feel great, they know this is for them and not just a generic ad that they clicked on. Okay. So now I have this, the prospect can make a choice. If they're homeowners, boom. If they're home buyers, let's see how much they can afford. So down here, you'll also see the branding, and we're still working on this to make it even nicer, but you'll be able to show a co-branded version. So imagine that, a co-branded version of lead journey. And the benefit of that is that you can actually generate a campaign, name it Realtor A, and offer this URL to the realtor and say, look, this is for you and for your clients and your prospects, and it's co-branded with me. And every time the prospect completes this, the realtor also gets notified on that. All right, so let's do the pre-qual together. 60 seconds. You can change that call to action too. By the way, this is also customizable. You can customize all this. So you can see right away a progress bar that's indicating where you are. You have a search field. I can search for Toronto, put it in, it puts it on a map for me. And I can expect the next step is a little bit about me. Are you a Canadian citizen? Yes. If you're not, guess what's going to happen? There's a foreign buyer tax that's going to kick in. Are you a first-time home buyer? Yes. If you are, you're going to get a rebate on your closing costs. And you may be able to get a 30-year insured mortgage. So the prequel handles all these algorithms behind the scenes while the prospect is going through it. House or condo, is this a new build? So if they're not first-time home buyer and buying a pre-built, a newly built condo, they may be able to get approved for a 30-year mortgage. How do you plan to use this property? Well, I use the condo as an example, so I only get three choices. It's either I live there, I fully rent it out, or it's going to be my second home. If I had a house, I could perhaps have a fourth option, which indicates that I'm going to rent out the basement. So for this one, let's play I plan to live here. How much have you saved for your new home? They can just enter in whatever they want. Let's say 100K. They can also use keyboard. And one of the things that Prequal does is that no other tool handles is that intelligently it decides how this $100,000 should be allocated. It wants to make sure that the home buyer is protected when it comes to closing costs. So it will allocate a portion of that to closing costs perfectly in such a way that maximizes their down payment and their purchase power. So it actually tries, the last time we counted, about 8,000 to 9,000 iterations to figure out what's the best mathematical way maximizing. So debts affects your TDS, as you know, so they have the option to put in their debts. They can add as many credit cards as they want. They can add other debts, student loan. They can choose whether it's in repayment or not. It's very detailed. And here comes the finance questions. So currently employed, they can put in their income and their credit. The app does not pull credit, else it would be way too expensive for you. And we figure out the max purchase price, but we don't want to give away the farm because what's important here is that you get a verified lead coming you. So they can put in their email and we verify that email with an OTP, with a one-time password or one-time code. and that is in their inbox. I'm just going to go to my inbox here, fish it out. All right, there we go. It should work. Beautiful. So the prospect is presented with this. You got the lead already in your inbox, and I'm going to show you that as well. The lead is sitting right here under notifications. You get a push notification. You can see this one was 31 seconds ago. It tells you which campaign it came from and some details about the actual person themselves. It's also injected in your CRM. So if you have an automatic flow set up that if when someone comes in, it's specially tagged, you can now initiate a whole email sequence on this lead. So I wanted to get your feedback on these sections. Now, they're not completely done from a UI perspective. The copy has not been completely reviewed. It hasn't been translated. So we're just threw in some text because this is not live yet. So we will have an animation of the house, of course. 699 versus 2 million. It's a huge difference. So it's going to be a different house. Down payment, mortgage insurance, mortgage amount. If you remember, I put in $100,000 down payment. So it actually took out some money and reserved it for my closing costs. So this section is easy to read. You have your disclaimer right here. It's for guidance only, not a mortgage approval. Should not be used to make an offer. So you're protected from that perspective. You have a contact form here that gets pushed to you as well. Section 2 is our total monthly cost. So this is what most consumers really worry about is what is this going to cost me? They don't just worry about the mortgage payments. They worry about property taxes, condo fees. Well, this should be heat expenses. And if there are rental income, it's going to deduct from that total monthly cost. The section number 3 is closing costs. Now, this is still work in progress, but essentially what's going to show is total closing cost, which is exactly how much we deducted from their savings. And then some mortgage details, the contract rate, stress test rate, the LTV, TDS, insurability, and amortization. So this was a first-time home buyer. Now down here, we haven't completed yet, but we wanted to show the prospects some ways of improving it. Of course, we need to get consultation so that they can connect with you rather quickly. Rather than waiting for you to reach out, you want someone actively to create that intent and speak to you. So this is going to be merged into one piece and some other ways that they can improve their qualification. In almost all cases, it's about giving them a little bit of a tip and then have them contact you. What do you think?